Dudes and dudettes, how are you guys? This is Chazzy and welcome back to The Mixer, the segment on this channel where I give you guys all sorts of detailed analyses from all walks of life. I'll talk about people, places, animals, sports, the whole 9 yards, you know. This is literally the place for me to mix everything up, hence the namesake, you know. And today's video is actually one that is very interesting because it is the first of its kind on my channel. I am not a big fan of cars, never really have been. I literally know nothing about them despite having gotten a driver's license, you know, recently, and I do drive from here and there, but I really have no idea how they work. I'm still learning, but you know, even so, I decided to make this video here because of this last one that I uploaded, which was, you know, Forza Horizon 5, driving the Goliath, you know, and driving what I consider to be, I'm pretty sure it is one of the fastest cars in the game, or at least the fastest one that I have in my car collection, you know, which was the Devo Bugatti. And so it inspired me to create this video here talking about, of course, the fastest car in the world, which also does belong to the same family, you know. And I put in a lot of research into this, man, and during that I actually enjoyed it a lot, you know. This car that I'm going to be talking about today really is truly a behemoth of a performance monster of a vehicle, you know. And I'm not a fan of fast cars, not rather in real life or in video games, you know, because I don't know, it just seems they always seem very uncomfortable, and I don't have the dream of ever becoming a race car driver, so there's no reason to have a very fast car. I'm never in that big of a rush, you know. And in video games, I can't ever control them. As you guys saw in the gameplay, if you watched it, I sucked at driving that thing, you know. But still, I thought it would be fun to put together a little video talking about this, you know. And this literally is the fastest car in the world according to the Guinness World Record, you know. So the Guinness Book of World Records, there we go. I put in a lot of research into it, so if I upload this video and somebody comes in the comments and says that it's not the fastest car, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be pissed, boy. I'm telling you that. Somebody's gonna get an ass whooping up in here, the friggin' internet. So anyway, before I tell you what the fastest car is, I want you to know something about the actual fabrication itself, you know. There is actually a line of cars, you know, within the Bugatti franchise, you know, and this one is called the Bugatti Veyron, which was actually released in 2005 and was named after, you know, the French Grand Prix racing driver. You know, that's a mouthful right there, but that's what he is, you know. Pierre Veyron, you know, who was quite a very impressive racer in his own right, you know. But the thing is that, you know, he was racing in a time where cars weren't as fast as they are today, you know, and that's when we actually get to one of the variants of this very car, the Bugatti Veyron, you know, which is called, and get ready for this, the Bugatti Veyron 16.4 Super Sport. That is the name of the car that I showed up on screen. That is literally the one that I'm going to be talking about today, which was released in 2010, and it is, dude, this one improved so much on the first Bugatti and all the others that came after it, you know. It is the kind of car that Cristiano Ronaldo probably has like 7 of in his garage, you know. He loves his Bugattis, you know, and hey, it's a player who likes cars. He likes to go fast, you know, so there's nothing wrong with it. Now, I am not a really big fan of cars, you know, but then again, I can appreciate the beauty of them when I see it, you know, and this car truly is beautiful. It looks amazing, and there have actually been only very few fabricated in the world, and it's actually very rare because you literally cannot buy one. They are completely sold out right now everywhere in the world, you know, but as far as I know, they have only ever been produced in black, you know, with an entire black body and a few details in orange, you know. So it literally looks like a supercar, a superhero car, you know. It's called a sports supercar, but it looks like it would belong in Batman's, you know, Batcave or something, you know, because of the little details here and there and the way that it's just so elegant with its curves, you know. This car looks amazing, and as you guys are about to find out, the performance just really matches the aesthetic, you know. And before I continue and actually give information about the vehicle, let's take a look at some photos of this beauty right now. Come on, bro. Come on, even if you're not a fan of cars, that's like love at first sight right there, man. That thing is amazing. That is just, oh man, if cars were women, that really would make me just fall in love automatically and give out my heart so I can find my little cheat sheet here where I'm going to be talking about the technical maxims of the car that I put together myself, scouring different articles on the internet, you know. First, let's talk about the technical side of things, okay? If you're a fan of vehicles and you know motors and cars and stuff, you're going to feel right at home here, and if you don't, just bear with me because not even I know what the hell I'm talking about, okay? Now, a little bit about the actual technical aesthetic of the car. It has a flat, elongated form, like which I said is black, you know, with a few details in orange, and it boasts a 16-cylinder engine. It actually has a ventilation by 2 NACA, NACA, all capitals. It's an abbreviation for something. I'm guessing it has nothing to do with NASA, you know, and it has those ducts in the roof instead of Balnay scoops, which gives it a much higher elevated performance, you know, and that same higher elevated performance is actually primarily because of its 4 much larger turbochargers and intercoolers, you know, compared to older models, you know. So the performance here is something completely out of this world. It's extraordinary compared to the other models, you know, and it also has a chassis, you know, which has main spring rates which were actually increased from the previous models, you know, and the stabilizers were also strengthened, and along with some newly developed dampers within the car itself, you know, this actually enables more precise control of the vehicle itself, and also, you know, the wheels. So basically you can steer it much better, and it handles a lot more smoother than other cars before it, you know. So it really does drive like a dream, especially even if you're going slow. It's still, well, especially if you're going slow, right? But if you're going fast, you can still feel it, you know. You're completely in control. It also has this new high lateral potential of 1.4 G, which has something to do with forces, you know. I'm not really sure what that is in cars, but it also has this optimized interaction between the tires and this smart 4-wheel drive system, which enables perfect handling of the vehicle itself. So no matter how fast you're going or where you're going, you know, whether it's in a straight line or curves, you are in complete control of this vehicle, you know. Now about the aerodynamics, you know, there is a fine-tuned optimization of the body shell aerodynamics that actually provide efficiency and ensures perfect balance of the vehicle whenever you're driving with any speed. And also there are modified air vents that improve the airflow and the cooling efficiency, as well as a full carbon monocoque, which features a new fiber structure that completely enables the driver, that completely guarantees this thing called torsional rigidity, which is actually, you know, what allows the car to have this new maximum passive safety and also reduced weight, you know. So all of this, and the car barely weighs anything at all, you know. It's like an iMac, you know, where it, like the computer, the monitor is also the CPU, you know. The engine output has right now this really incredible strength of 1,184 horsepower, which is freaking bonkers, man. That engine must be, my God. It also talk about double redundancy there, eh, Matt Pat? So it boasts also 6,400 RPM, which stands for rotations per minute, which effectively is how many times the crankshaft makes a full rotation within the engine. So basically it corresponds to how many times the piston goes up and down in its cylinder, which makes the car go insanely fast without even breaking a sweat, you know. And also it has a maximum torque of 1,500 Newton meters, you know, which also gives it a yield of 1,106 pounds per foot, which basically, if you know cars, you know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, essentially this thing is really fast and really strong, you know, with a very small output. So basically it goes really fast and has a very powerful torque without even, you know, using that much energy and gasoline, you know. And it has an acceleration, and this is the craziest one. This car can go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 2.5 seconds, bro. That is insane. Like, I don't even do that in Forza with the same car, you know. That is crazy. And this is the most impressive part. The car itself has a registered top speed of, and get ready for this, 415 kilometers per hour, which corresponds to 258 miles per hour. However, to set the world record, you know, in 2010 for the Guinness Book of World Records, it actually, you know, it actually got up to 431 kilometers per hour, or of course 267 miles per hour. So how can it go that fast but still have an actual speed of 415? That is actually an electronic limit built into the car, you know, to prevent the tires from disintegrating because it goes so fast. But during the test run, it actually did hit 431. However, that was actually that came from averaging the two speeds from the two test runs, you know, which were 427 and 434 kilometers per hour respectively. So then it was pretty much an average between them, and it actually beat the previous record holder of that, which was the SCC Ultimate Aero TT, which was the fastest car in the world up until then. And wow, that is a mouthful. That is really a lot of information to take in, I know. And before I get into the next part, and also so I can take a little breather, I'm gonna show you guys a video here of this thing in action. my god, I don't even like cars and I'm falling in love with this thing. Putting this video together is gonna make me really romanticize this thing, man. It's freaking crazy. Cristiano Ronaldo, eat your freaking heart out, man. I actually don't know if he even can get a hold of this car anymore, unless of course Bugatti, you know, creates one just for him, which they probably have already. But this one specifically, I don't know, man. I really don't know. Now the thing is that this car here is the vehicle that actually put the franchise on the map. You know, it is the like the Bugatti Veyron is really helping to grow even more the Bugatti brand, you know, above Ferrari, McLaren, Lamborghini. You know, it is really breaking into the world of supercars, and it is surprisingly affordable in my opinion, you know, because honestly I really thought this thing was going to be a lot more expensive, you know, especially because it's so rare. Now if you are looking to buy a Bugatti Veyron, the actual model itself, you know, without any of the modifications or the upgrades, you know, the regular Bugatti Veyron that was released back in 05, you know, in the few years after that, you can actually pick one up for a very stellar $1,900,000 right now in the market. Don't know how much it is, you know, in euros or pounds or wherever the hell you live, you know. However, the Bugatti Super Sport, the Veyron Super Sport, is a little bit pricier, but honestly, if you're already a millionaire, you can probably pay its $2,200,000 fee without even breaking a sweat. That's how much this baby costs. And honestly, because there are Bugattis out there that range up to $18 million or so, $2 million really isn't that bad, bro. 2.2 mil for a car like this, you know, what was literally elected the fastest car in the world, that's really not bad, you know. Of course, I can't afford it, and maybe you watching this video can't, but bro, think about if you're like Cristiano Ronaldo, who I've referenced like 10 times in this video alone because he loves collecting supercars. He can probably buy this thing and like not even feel it, you know. So hey, but then again, to these guys, these cars are like Hot Wheels for us, you know. They're just very easy to come by. Why Cristiano feels the need to have these kinds of cars, I don't know. LeBron James also loves it, you know. I don't really care. Like I said, even if I was rich, I wouldn't buy a car like this because I think it's uncomfortable. And I have sat in one before, quite a few. Back when I was a kid, you know, my dad worked in a car wash, and sometimes a rich guy would come in with the car and he would drive it from point A to point B to get it washed, you know. Sometimes I would be there, he would let me climb in with him. When I was a kid, it was awesome, but as an adult, you're like, man, that is so uncomfortable and just not practical at all. But still, I thought it was fun to put this video together and talk a little bit about that, and even though it's a little short. And right after I finished that Forza gameplay driving a Bugatti, so I thought it was fun, you know. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below if you did, you know. Let me know if you would like to have a car like this one day, if it's your dream car, you know. If you like fast cars, if you're a fan, let me know. And also, if you happen to like this video, please go ahead and give it a like, and also subscribe to my channel because I release videos every single day. And while you're at it, do hit the notification bell as well so you can know exactly what time I upload, eh? And it's all good, baby. Wow. Got plenty of videos to record today, so let's get to it. This is Chazzy signing out for now, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Roll the outro screen.